Bonjour. Today I'm gonna go over the process to do your driver's license exchange. I just did mine, so I kind of go over the process, the documents you need, and then how long the timeline was to get my license. And then I'll show you a redacted copy of my license as well, so that way you can see how pretty it is. So this website has a lot of good information for doing your driver's license exchange. So down here, how to apply for your license. You'll click that you're a foreigner, and it'll tell you all the documents you need. Two-sided color image of your U.S. state license. Mine in this case was Florida. Translation of the driver's license if it's not written in French. Proof of identity, which I just used my passport. Proof of domicile. We had signed our lease less than 6 months ago, so I would just use a copy of my lease. I used our copy of our visa for proof of residence. For the digital photo code and digital signature, we just went to a little photo booth that's in the grocery stores, and you can have the option to just choose a digital, and it'll print out the photo with a code, and then you'll just enter that in to complete that. And then this is your driving history. In Florida, I think it costs, I want to say like $20 to get it. Because we had moved to Florida just specifically to get the reciprocity 3 months before we moved to France. And then I waited until I had a 6-month history before I requested the history. And then you have to have that translated as well. And then this doesn't apply to you unless you were not a U.S. citizen at the time and you're using your U.S. license to exchange. A heavy permit didn't apply to us, and then that, of course, didn't apply to us either. And then if you want to know which U.S. states have the exchange, it's Arkansas, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Hampshire, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Texas, Virginia, and West Virginia. This is the ANTS site. And this is where you'll actually complete your application to do your driver's license exchange. You will need to do it in French because the English version of it does not work well, and it will not allow you to continue, so you will need to do it in the original French. So those are the websites that you'll go to. And it's really super easy. I made my application on February 20th. I submitted all the documents that were listed there. The U.S. Embassy, I got a list from our U.S. Embassy to get a list of all the people that can do the official translations in our area. And they just sent me a list, and I just chose someone off the list. And then you submit everything online, and then basically it's a waiting game. I submitted it on February 20th, and I basically waited for like 3 months before I heard anything. And then I got a notice that they wanted an extra document because I did recently move to Florida before we moved here to France. They wanted they thought that I had just got my license 6 months ago, so they wanted a copy of completion of the test. So I just wrote a letter in French stating I've had my license since 1996, and that when you move states in the U.S., you just go to the local DMV and exchange your license from the old state to the new state. And I just I actually had a copy of my very first license from North Carolina, and I just provided a copy of that and showed the issue date from '96, and then they accepted it, and then I think it was about the end of June that I got my French license, and I'll show a copy here, and then the Odin is being a little mouthy, and then and so it was only, I think, just about a 4-month process. So it was really quick for us. I think I've read on a lot of the sites that it's taken people like years, and I'm not sure why. It really went pretty quick and very easy, and I'm very happy I have my French license now. So, à bientôt!